Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. This is going to be Reseller Reality episode 6. And this week I'm going to, again, like my previous episodes, go through some of my more interesting sales of the week and also show you guys exactly how much I managed to sell and what of that is real profit. And just to start off with, the week has been similar in terms of the amount of sales. However, unfortunately, the value per item hasn't been as high, and hence that's affected what I've done. But still, I've managed to turn, I think, about £37 worth of stock, what I paid for, into about 400. Well, it's 438.37 in turnover from £37.50 worth of stock. So still really good. Profit in that sense, or in terms of a pretty good return on investment. It's just obviously we need more to build on because at the moment it's staying a bit the same. But what I'm going to do before we get into the actual figures properly, I'm going to just take you over to the browser view so I can show you some of my more interesting sales and just go through them with you. Okay, the first sale I want to show you guys. This actually just sold last night. I'm kind of doing it 7 days, 7 days. So actually, my 7 days ended on a Monday. So within the last 7 days, this comes under, and it's a Sega Mega Drive 2 boxed, really good condition. Actually, I tested it out, works fine. It came with all its original manuals. The only thing is, it was missing the Mega games or whatever it would have originally come with. Which would have had all the actual games that those manuals are for. You can see it's meant to come with Mega Games 2 and 3, which on their own are actually, I think some of the Mega Games are worth money. I'm not sure if those are, but those are the ones that are meant to come with the console, but didn't. Still, it was very good condition. You can see the manuals are in good condition. The box had a bit of wear, obviously, considering its age. The manuals and the console manual were all great as well. So that was picked up for £10, which is really good, and is also a good example of building good relationships with your charity shops. Don't be too pushy. You've got to you can't just go in there and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be coming in every week, save me stuff, because they probably hear that all the time from loads and loads of people. Because apart from resellers, lots of game collectors, etc., do go into these places. So it'll take time, be patient, and build your relationships. Because this was actually picked up from a charity shop where they held it back for me, so it never even touched the shop floor, and I got it for a tenner, which is pretty amazing. So very happy with that. That was £10, and I flipped that for 50. So that was my first sale. Second item, this also went yesterday. So a lot of these, going in one day. So I can't complain about that at all, really. But this is a really nice item. This is a Tefal Le Sorcier. Now, what a Le Sorcier is kind of, it's one of those cool items. It's like a vintage Kitchenalia item. It's quite interesting because it's old, and not everything old is valuable. It's important to recognize that. Not everything old is valuable, but this is actually a cool item. Sorry, I've just switched back to the wrong view there. But yeah, this is actually quite a cool item. It's just like a stirrer. It stirs sauces, and for some reason people want them. I bought this for £3 at a charity shop. Very good condition. Again, it still had its stickers on the outside. The manual was a bit crumpled, box a bit tatty, but you can see the item itself was in really good condition. I mean, it was one of those days where I didn't find anything at the charity shops. But I just saw this and I just thought I'll just give it a go because it looks kind of cool, and it's made in France. Nice vintage bit of Kitchenalia, and it's sold for £50. Again, that sold just yesterday, so pretty happy with that as well. Next item. I've been sat on this for a little while, but slide projectors do sell, and I've sold a couple before. But this is a Braun Novomat autofocus slide projector made in Germany, and I paid, I think, a fiver for this. Sold it for 50, which is brilliant, and lady also paid an extra £8.99 on top for next day shipping as well. So that's brilliant as well. That's gone out for that as well. Next item. Now, this is a very interesting item. I've been sat on it for a while. I've not actually I can't remember how long, but it's been relisted a couple of times. So you've got to take a few nine pences out of that. Maybe it's been relisted about 3 or 4 times at least. So at least 36p or something out of that. So you've got to bear that in mind when you're relisting items. But maybe I could have priced it a bit higher as well. But this is just a Panasonic DVD player remote. I think I picked it up for like 20 pence or 50 pence, something along those lines. Not a lot of money. And it's just been sat there. It's small, it's compact, and someone bought it for £11. That is with free shipping, so not a massive amount of profit, but something to bear in mind. Different items, different remote controls will command different prices, but this is for a plain DVD player. £11 is a pretty good sale actually. Next item. This is an interesting sale as well because it's something that that everyone should check is your buyer requirements. This lady has been desperate to buy this purse from me. It's a by Bosca small change purse. It's a vintage purse made of python skin. Um, and we tried everything. I mean, we even removed like python skin to see if that made a difference. But I mean, it shouldn't really be an issue. It's a beautiful little kind of coin purse, little tiny one, vintage purse. And this lady's been trying to buy this from me for absolutely ages, and for whatever reason, she just couldn't complete checkout. It turns out that looking at my buyer requirements, I mean, this is something I must have done a long time ago, but I had it set to only allow people with PayPal accounts to make purchases. And of course, there's lots of people that don't have PayPal accounts but can make like a purchase and pay via card or whatever. And I'm guessing it was one of my restrictions that I had on the account that was stopping her from buying. So once I'd removed that, she was able to check out, and I was really pleased. She paid £20 for the purse, and then £10 on top was for tracked and signed shipping. It's going to New Jersey, so I'm hoping she's going to be happy with that. She was really keen to get hold of it, and it was one of those nice sales where you feel like you're actually matching someone with an item that they really want that they otherwise can't find. Like I said, lady paying a third of the price, total price in shipping costs just to get it to her safely. And I'm hoping she's going to be really happy with that. So that was a cool sale. Next item, this was bought in a job lot of action figures that I bought from the boot fair. This is really cool. This is an Iron Man, Ironmonger figure. I've seen action figure prices do fluctuate, which is really strange. Well, it's not that strange really, but they do fluctuate. I believe this would have at some point been worth a bit more, like 15, £16, something along those lines. But I was struggling to sell it, and I dropped it down to £12, and it's been sat there for a while at £12. But it's a really cool action figure, played with condition, but it finally sold for £12, so I'm happy with that as well. Next item is a pair of Gap 1969 stretch high-rise flare jeans. Not something I've sold a lot of recently, jeans, but it's something that is worthwhile, especially when they're new with tags like this one. I paid £1 for this at the charity shop, and it went for 23.39, and that's including shipping, so that's a pretty cool sale as well. Next item I've got for you guys is this is pretty cool. I think I paid like 50p or a pound for this. This is a Texas Instruments Little Professor maths game. This one was assembled in Italy. Really cool vintage item. You can see it's a bit scuffed, a bit damaged. It's been used over the years. Comes with its case. I make sure I take pictures of everything that I can, just to give the buyers a good idea of what they're getting. And that went for £13. So I was expecting it to be worth a bit more, but £13 is still not bad. Next item, now this is a nice sale as well. This is a VCR. You guys know that I'm happy to sell VCRs all day long, but people just underprice them. I've seen this VCR sell for really low amounts, kind of surprisingly low amounts, as low as like 20, 30 quid. And it happens to all of us. Maybe people just made a mistake, mispriced, or just wanted a super quick flip. But this didn't actually stick around for that long. It sold within its first 30-day cycle, I think, and it went for £55 plus £8.99 next day shipping. So nice Sony VCR. It didn't have its manual, but it did come with its box and inserts, and you can see it was in decent condition. The remote was there as well. Nice little VCR sale there for me. So very happy with that. Next item is a Sony Network Walkman, MP3 Walkman, 20 gigabyte Walkman. I got this from a local auction. I think I paid something like I think I paid £4 for it or £2. I can't remember now. It's been a while, but it wasn't a lot. It may have just been £2 or something. You can see it's not in the best condition, but it is in good working order. Comes with its original charger, dock, manual. So pretty cool in that sense. And it's really good build quality actually. It's just a shame that it's not been looked after by whoever its previous owner was, but it sold for 30 quid, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next item is like a pub advertising mirror. These things are definitely always worth buying. I got this for just £2, I think, which is really cheap. I was expecting to be asked for more, but sold for 22.99 within, I think, its first or second 30-day cycle. So, nice little Jim Beam mirror. Unfortunately, it had damage to the lower part of the frame. You can see there, but the mirror itself was fine, and a nice little Jim Beam mirror there. And the final item I want to show you guys is a Kenwood CD player, compact disc player. Nice little unit, good build quality. Well, not the best, but okay build quality. Good functionality actually though. I paid a £5 for this model here. Tested it out, works beautifully. See, it's manufactured in Singapore. There's serial numbers there as well, so there's no doubt on what you're getting. Good quality little unit, and it sold for £33.99. So those were my more interesting sales of my more interesting sales of the day, I suppose. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing those. Now what I'm going to do is go through with you guys my figures so you can see how this week has stacked up, and then we can go from there. Let me just switch over to the right view. Okay guys, so here is my spreadsheet for the second week of March, and you can see that it's not been amazing. I think I sold 17 items. They cost me £37.50. I sold them on for £438.37 minus the fees and the PayPal fees, the delivery fees, etc. I've made a profit of just £280. So guys, it depends on what your circumstances are, where you live, etc. £280, and this is before tax, is not going to cut it really. I'm hoping to keep building. It isn't as easy as it seems. I don't want to make excuses for myself either. I know I've just got to list more items to get that. However, in my defense, what I would say is that with this, there's lots of factors to think about. I don't want to be selling 50 items in a week or 40 items in a week and only end up with the same profit because what I'm selling is low value. And the reason why I point that out is because this week, like I said, I sold 17 items and made £438 turnover. If we go back to week one, I sold one more item. I only sold 18 items, and I had £638 turnover, and I cleared £433. So not only did I only sell one more item, I had a higher profit on return percentage, 67%. This week was 64%, so a little bit of a drop there. But also, that's a massive turnover drop. You can see £438 in week 2 versus £638 in week 1, and only one item sales difference. So I sold 18 items in week 1, 17 in week 2. But the value of the items I was selling in week 2 was so low. And in actual fact, if you actually look at my sales, you'll see I actually had a terrible weekend. The 12th and the 13th were the weekend, and you can see I made 3 sales over Saturday and Sunday. And you can include Friday into that as well. I only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales over the weekend, and they were all low value. The 29.64 there was for the purse, 4.49 for a coin. The action figure, a CD player as well, and the jeans, all lowish value items, and that's resulted in the overall sales for the week being lower. However, it's nice to see that there are patterns. So I am currently selling around that 17, 18 item a week mark. It's just a matter of scaling up my inventory so that I minimize on those low days. I mean, imagine if I did a fair few sales on the 14th there, you can see that was a £45 sell, a £50 sell, a £58 sell, £11 and £30. So, no, sorry, and £11. So, that's like £160 day basically. 45, 50, 58, and 11. So, that's not a bad day if that's the kind of day I want to be replicating more often, and less of the days where all day I make £29 in turnover, which is only actually netting me £15 in profit. So overall made 280 this week. Last week was better, made 433. Sold the same amount of items, but obviously the value was less. I have been listing. I'm not doing too badly with my listings actually. It's more a matter of just keeping going. Now that boot fair season has started as well, that's good. But I've got a ton of stuff to be getting on with as well. But I thought I'd take the time just to make this a video for you guys. I really must thank everyone for watching the videos. I'm getting some really positive comments. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up, which is really nice as well. So if you do find these videos useful, please leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't find it useful, leave a comment still, and maybe leave a thumbs down if you must. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for taking the time for watching, and I'll catch you next time.